This is a really simple one skillet supper. It starts out, that's why it smells so good in our studio, with bacon. I'm gonna take the bacon out of the pan so we can cook up our chicken in the drippings. On the chicken, again, I love bone-in, skin-on thighs. They're affordable, they're foolproof. You can keep packaged in the freezer, they're a great go-to. And I liberally salt and pepper them. And then you put the skin side down and let that skin render. Let it get nice and crispy before you flip her over. We're gonna brown our chicken on both sides, and then in the drippings from the chicken and the bacon, we are gonna cook up some big, old, beautiful Brussels sprouts and lots of shallots. And then we're gonna pour a maple mustard sauce down over the whole mess and cook it all in the pan. For the Brussels, just trim the very bottom of the chouchou, the cabbage, and I'm just gonna halve them. And then we're gonna place them in the skillet cut side down. Same deal with the shallots, I just halved those. We're gonna take a quick break and then we'll make the sauce. Yeah, I'm still eating bacon. Okay, so for the sauce, well, first of all, put your Brussels sprouts in cut side down so that in that dripping mixture between the bacon and the chicken, they're gonna get the most caramelization. You know, they're gonna develop their color, which of course develops their flavor. You want to get nice and brown like this. Once they've browned up nicely, then you can toss everybody around. We're gonna slide the chicken back in, add the sauce, and let it all simmer till the chicken's fully cooked, another 10, 12 minutes. So for the sauce, you can use about 1.5 cups of cloudy cider, fresh pressed cider, or 1.5 cups of hard cider, essentially 1 can or 1 bottle of hard cider. Or you can do a little combo and have half a hard cider. But you want 1.5 cups total, basically. The hard cider will give it a little more acidity. The fresh cider will make it sweeter. So it's how sweet or tangy you want your sauce. Then we're gonna add about 1/4 cup of grainy mustard, a couple of fat scoops, and about the same amount of maple syrup. And a little nutmeg, I already pulled one out. About 1/4 teaspoon of that. And some nice fresh chopped thyme. Whisk all that together to get that mustard incorporated. Then we're gonna toss these guys around, move them around, so the Brussels sprouts don't go too far. Our pieces of browned but not cooked through chicken. And pour your sauce over. All right, we're gonna let her cook up. I'll meet you back here in a couple. So to serve this dinner, you need some charred bread. You wanna mop up all of those great, delicious flavors. So what I'm gonna do is rub our charred bread with a little cut garlic. And then we're gonna drizzle with good fancy olive oil. And then we're gonna hit it with some smoked flaky sea salt, so it tastes kind of like the bacon. So you take out a couple pieces of thigh. And then you pile up your saucy sprouts and onions. Yeah, and you just jam it on. Yeah. Yeah.